Hey, Idle here. I just thought I'd throw a quick impromptu tutorial here on Fast Metal Pirates. I saw a question in Discord. Somebody was asking about a setup for it. Now, just thought I'd just share what I know. So this is the strat where we use two charge shots to kill the two metal pirates. We do that by having the first charge shot hit both pirates, and it actually hits one of the pirates twice, and then you just need the second one to hit the last pirate, and also open the door and you fly out of the room. So we'll just demo that real quick here. Just about messed it up in the tutorial. I messed up the door open too. I was, I was a little bit off there on my setup there, but now full disclaimer here: this is not the absolute fastest. So when we start this out, you'll notice I wait here for a second. That's because I got to wait for this pirate here to turn around. This guy, he's always like kicking me or like he's like attacking this way. There's some way to get that pirate to turn around a lot faster. I think you can even get him to kick to the left, and then the whole strat can be done quicker. Um, I don't know why I have this robot flush strat on. That's going to be confusing. Let's turn that off. Um, so, so this is not the absolute fastest. There's a way to make it even better, but I'm not worried about that. I've never been inconsistent with that. So what I do, first thing you do, shoot, wait here, and then when he turns around, then you do this little action to yeah, and I knew that was going to miss the door too. We'll talk more about that at the end. The thing about these pirates, when I'm doing this back and forth on these sets of metal blocks here, these two pirates are totally independent. So whatever you do, whatever you figure out, you're going to want to do consistently. For example, let's say I were to set up right at the. Oh, see there, I actually got him to kick that way. I don't normally do that, so I guess I took a hit and he did that. Let's say I set up over there, like here, like this. Well, I was able to get that to work, but it seemed a little bit tighter because I'm triggering the first pirate sooner. So if you were to set up over here and then wait a bit, I actually got hit there. That's not going to work at all. See how they're all like out of sync now. So whatever you do, you want to do it consistently. I personally try to go in the middle and then come over here. Now, when I come back, I actually try to come back right around in this first block. For one reason I do that is if you come back to this middle block, you can actually get hit by that pirate, by this pirate. He came and landed on my head. That seems to be less likely for me if I'm already on this side of the blocks. Well, you can't be too far over. You can't go too fast. So if we were to go too fast, now he's just going to kick me. I went way too fast there, but basically, you want to go as soon as you can without going too soon. It doesn't have to be as fast as possible, but obviously, the faster you get over here, the easier it is to set up the shot. Like there, I actually had a moment to even just kind of wait it out. One nice thing about waiting out that shot, it actually is important when you fire this shot over here that you're standing still. You need to be standing still. If you're moving and then fire the shot will have kind of a Doppler effect. It'll be moving faster because you are moving, and that will cause the plasma shot to shoot too fast. Let me see if I can demo that. I was not. I didn't quite do it right there. It's really easy to do when you haven't learned this trick before. I'll tell you that. Yeah, see there, it just kind of phased through him without hitting him twice because the shot was moving too fast. Okay, if you're having trouble getting this door to open, which I was having trouble with for a long time, what works for me is I run to about here. So when you're triggering this pirate, you're moving this way and this way, and as you're doing that, you're holding shot. So you're doing this, so your shot's charged, and you come back over here. As soon as you fire the shot, you want to start charging another shot, and then of course you got to shoot first, then start running. you run to about here. I'd say this is perfect. This is too far, so maybe this would be okay. Run to about here, and then I think I fired the shot in the middle there. Actually, need to double check that. Yeah, right about in the middle. That was. I'm not going to talk about the Flower House too much because that was surprisingly good, actually. um, especially for not even doing it right. Like I did a roll in. You're supposed to, I think, bounce, but that worked out surprisingly well. I'm not nearly as good as the Flower House though. I tend to get hecked by those um, holtzes or whatever they are. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. But even if you don't do the Flower House, just coming in with speed really helps. So it is really nice to have that door open. So wait for this guy to turn around. Do this. Start here, just like that. And the reason it's so important. You want to shoot the. I think it's actually more important that you fire the shot here than it is like where you turn around. Like this firing the shot because this is a wave shot. You can kind of see how it like goes in and out, and that does affect whether or not I can hit this door. But if you go all the way out to here and then all the way to there, this pirate here, you might be too slow. Maybe the pirate will have iframes. You can actually get screwed too. I want to say there's like a couple frames where even though the pirate is gold, it will still have invulnerability and the shot just won't work. And so just what I found is like turning here and then coming back is just the most consistent. If you were to turn earlier, your charge shot might not have charged long enough, or it's just this is what I found to be consistent. This is too far. I can even try to show that. Okay, well I got it to work that time, but I swear sometimes it doesn't work. Everything's just working today. I didn't think that would work either. So maybe it's more important that maybe it really is more important that you shoot right here. But I have found good consistently trying to turn around right around here. And maybe the point is that you can turn around a little bit past it or a little bit sooner and it still works. But I go for it right about here to turn around. You can see that didn't even look the same as some of my previous attempts. And it's still working. So that's what I do. Yeah, see, I'm not nearly as good at the Flower House. Um, your mileage may vary a little bit. Like it's I wait for that guy to turn around and then I go. If your input delay is a little bit different, maybe you need to go a little bit sooner, a little bit later. Maybe it works for you to stand a little bit closer to here instead of in the middle like I do. Just make sure it's consistent. Because once you figure out a consistent timing, it'll be repeatable. And that is the strat. Yeah, I can't do that consistently. All right, that's good for me.